Hello kids, welcome to Unacademy. I hope you all can see me right now. So let me see who all are online. So you can say good afternoon. Welcome to Unacademy ICSC students class 9th and 10th. So here we are coming up with the ninth grade exponents and indices. All right, so what is indices? What is exponents? So before that, let me see am I live? All right, so now I can see you all. Everyone, welcome to the class. And we are here learning the new topic, which is for class ninth. And we would be doing indices, which is also known as exponents. And we will be revising different laws. So everyone who's present right now, welcome. And together we will be acing our education, our exam of the second term. So I hope your first term exams results were absolutely correct and superb. How about number two? Are you all prepared? So we would be working really very hard to ace our exams with Unacademy, where we all can connect together. So everyone who's present here, can you say good afternoon so that we all can start? So before starting, let me tell you who am I. I'm Haneet Kaur Gujral, a mathematics educator. I've done mathematics honors from Delhi University and I'm teaching you guys from last 10 years. So I have experience of 10 years. I know what each children makes wrong, what's right. So I would be able to guide you properly. All right, so I can see children joining in. Welcome, kids. All right, so today we would be learning. I'm so sorry for not editing it. Today we would be learning indices. All right, and remember to follow us on Telegram. So remember that Unacademy is now available at Telegram. The link is there in the description box. You can go there and click on it so that we all can connect. Right now I'm just present for an hour, but there we are connected for more time that. तो आप जब भी आपको कोई डाउट हो आप टेलीग्राम पे आ सकते हो, अपने आप को लिंक कर सकते हो और उससे ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. उससे आपको लेटेस्ट अपडेट भी मिल जाती है. Not only that, you get the updates from subscribing to the channel. Yes, remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and press on the bell icon. We are just targeting 1,000 subscribers where we all can connect, and this is very easy for you. I know that. You just need to go and call your friends or your classmates to come and join Unacademy page where you all can come together, solve the questions, revise the term 2, and do some quizzes with us. All right, so I hope that's absolutely fine for you all subscribing with us on a YouTube channel. All right, and remember to click on the bell icon. That's really very important. Otherwise, if you don't click on it, we are not able to connect together. All right, so let's start our today's topic that says indices. Indices and the law of indices. What does indices means? Indices का एक अलग word भी है exponents. Exponents क्या होता है? And what does it mean? What are the different laws? These are the things that we are going to study. Today's objective क्या है? पहले तो we will understand from the basics. कि basics क्या चीज़ है? पहले तो हम समझेंगे base और power होता क्या है. Then we will understand the laws of indices and then we'll simplify the expression and solve it and know the answers. So we have a quizzes in the end. I hope you all are ready to start the class. Yes, everyone, can we start? Great. So let's do that. What are exponents? First of all, so exponents are the variety of ways of writing which is very, very big. So simple thing है जब आप छोटे से होते हैं then they have different names. When we grow up, we have different name. When we grow a little more older, the things becomes different. The names changes, right? So थोड़े से बड़ा होते होते names are getting changed. Exponents are often used to describe computer memory. So exponents हमेशा memory या फिर if I'm talking about कि यहाँ से हमारा जो whatever you want to say, like from earth the sun is how far, so we have so many zeros, right? अगर मैं इस चीज को लगाना चाहूँ that there are these many, तो कितनी बार मुझे इसको लिखना पड़ेगा, and then I have to read it. So instead of that I can say okay 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? So we can write 10 to the power of 8. That means that 10 has to be multiplied 8 times. So ये हो जाता है हमारा exponent. So this is a short way of writing a things जिसको बहुत big होता है, जिनको हम बहुत big numbers होते हैं उनको हम small कैसे लिख सकते हैं. This is the way that we write. All right, so this is in the form. How do we read? When I say this 10, it raised 10 raised to the power of 2. So 10 power 2, that means 10 times 10, that gives us 100, right? So this means that 10 has to be multiplied how many times? 2 times. So 2 times stands for 100. How do you read this? Anyone who can tell me how do we read this? Yes, we write it as 2 raised to the power of 5. All right, so this is raised to the power. So we'll say 2 raised to the power of 5. This is how we'll write this expression. All right. This is how we are doing it. And what does this mean? That means 2 has to be multiplied 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 has to be multiplied 5 times. That gives me 2 to the power of 5. All right. So here you go. This is what it means कि अगर जितनी पावर है उसको उतने टाइम्स मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे और हम उसको एक्सपोनेंट्स और पावर्स की पावर्स में लिखते हैं. बट हाउ डू वी राइट इट? दिस स्टैंड्स फॉर, जो नीचे हम बिग नंबर लिखते हैं और ऊपर जो उसकी पावर होती है वी राइट इट कंपैरेटिवली स्मॉल. ओके, इससे हम इसको वे ऑफ रिप्रेजेंटेशन होता है. जो बेस होता है दैट इज रिटन इन अ बिगर फॉर्म एंड द अबव थिंग इज रिटन इन द एक्सपोनेंट और पावर. The exponents represents the power. So this is known as 10 is the base, 2 is the exponent or the power. In this, what will be the base? 2 would be the base. And what will be the power? 5 will be the power. Alright, so I hope it's easy now. Alright, so 2 is a base and 5 is the exponent or the power that we are talking about. नाउ लेट अंडरस्टैंड कि बेस और पावर में क्या चीज़ है जिससे हम उसको डिफाइन कर पा रहे हैं. सो m being the positive integers and a being multiplied m times, we write a to the power of m, where a is the base and m is called the power. So we write a to the power of m. So we write a raised to the power m or a power m. You can write or read anyway. हम a की power m भी लिख सकते हैं, a raised to the power of m, जैसे आप लिखना चाहो वैसे लिख सकते हैं. That means a to the power of m, where a is the base and m represents the power, जो उस नंबर की पावर होगी. Alright, so now we'll start with the different laws of exponents. So what are the laws of exponents? We have 3 laws. One is product, one is quotient and one is the power law. एक product law है, quotient law है, एक power law है. So we would be discussing the 3 laws. First of all, wording से ही समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. Product, जब हम mathematics में product use करते हैं, what does that mean? Multiply, right? Quotient, what does generally quotient means? Something which is divided, right? And power, जैसे a to the power of m, power के सेंस में. Just is a general way of understanding, basic way, right? अब इन basic way को हम comparatively use करेंगे. How do we get a bigger number and how do we actually use this law? Alright everyone, so can we start with the first law for the day? So the first law is product law. So product itself means multiplying. Right, product का मतलब क्या होता है? Multiply. We generally say na product of these two numbers is, that means we have multiplied these two numbers. So that means law when of exponents, when a to the power of m is multiplied to a to the power of n, then what do I get? Whenever the bases with the power, when the base are same, remember the bases are same and they are different powers. In that case, we keep that base as it is and we add the power. So this is what is it when I say a to the power of m into a to the power n, that becomes a to the power of m plus n. This is what we make it as a product law. Alright, जब bases are same, powers are different or powers are even same, then also we will just add the powers. Let's take a example, 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 2. What does this mean? That the base is same. So we'll take 2 as it is, 3 plus 2. And what do I get? 2 to the power of 5. So this becomes the base and this becomes the exponent. Alright, is that clear? Okay, so base are same and exponents are added. This is what the example is. So we have another example that says 2 to the power of 3 times 2 to the power of 4. In that case, 2 remains the same. 3 plus 4 gives us 2 to the power of 7. Alright, so this was a product law in which the things were multiplied, but remember the bases were same. Now moving on to quotient law. What does quotient means? We have understood that the quotient means dividing, right? Quotient मतलब होता है divide करना. तो जब भी bases are same and the powers are different, which are there, we will make it a to the power of m minus n, when m is greater than n. But when I'm talking about n is less than m, we can say a to the power m upon a to power n is equals to 1 upon a to the power n minus 1 if n is less than m. Now let's understand कि अब ये दोनों चीजें आई कैसे. Alright, so let's make it very simple. What the thing is, before this understanding, let me give you an option. What does a to the power of 1 means? A. Now, if I have to write 1 by a, so how will I write 1 by a? a को तो मैं a लिख रही हूँ, तो इसके अंदर 1 by a को to write it in a shortcut, we write it a to the power of negative of 1. Alright, so ये negative 1 का मतलब automatically होता है 1 by a. So this rule will help us to understand कि हमारा quotient rule दो तरीके से क्यों आ रहा है. You can just use one of the formula और दूसरा automatically समझ आ जाएगा. Alright, so this is a trick to understand कि एक formula से दूसरा automatically कैसे हो जाता है. So I have a to the power f upon a to the power of n, which gives me a to the power of m minus n. Why am I doing it? Because this left hand side, let's consider the left hand side only. A to the power of m upon a to the power of n, which is equals to a to the power of m times a to the power of negative of n, right? Can I write this? Now, what does this mean? A to the power of m plus of negative of n, that gives me a to the power m minus n. So this is how we got this rule that when a to the power of m upon a to the power of n is equals to a to the power of m minus n. When bases are same, we subtract the powers. Alright. Now, just changing the situation, अगर कोई number लेते हैं, let's take another number. Alright, so just give me a moment. Let me take out the sheet that we are talking about. Alright, so now if I write a to the power of 4 upon a to the power of 2, what does this mean? A to the power of 4 times 1 upon a to the power of 2, right? What does this mean? A to the power of 4 times a to the power of negative of 2. Why am I saying it? Because I am using 1 by a is equals to a to the power minus 1. राइट यही मैंने आपको अभी लॉ बोला है कि हम ये वाला यूज करेंगे. रिमेंबर टू पुट द सेम ब्रैकेट्स. नाउ व्हाट डू आई गेट? ए टू द पावर ऑफ 4 प्लस नेगेटिव ऑफ 2 यूजिंग product law that we have just learned. Right, that says a to the power of m into a to the power m is equals to a to the power m plus n. Isn't it? हमने वो यूज कर लिया. Now what do I get? A to the power of 4 minus 2, which gives me a to the power of 2. Now what does this mean? अगर हम इसको डायरेक्टली a to the power of 2 आ रहा है. Now let's see जो डायरेक्टली लॉ है उससे ये वैल्यू आ रही है या नहीं. Alright, so let's see the direct of RHS. So if I talk about RHS, what does that mean? A to the power of 4 upon a to the power of 2, which is equals to a to the power of 4 minus 2. That is also equal to a to the power of 2. So directly we are getting the same answer, isn't it? Now ये तो हो गया. अब 4 is greater than 2, isn't it? 4 is greater than 2. That means m is greater than n. That's true. So we have got this law. But now let's take the same question in another form. अगर क्या होता है, अगर हमारा 2 ऊपर है and 4 नीचे. In that case, what will happen? If 2 is above and 4 is at the bottom, we'll directly know that means a 2 minus 4, because that was it mean by using a quotient law. That gives me a to the power of negative 2. What does that mean? 1 by a to the power of 2. So this is what they are trying to say in terms of two formulas that you're getting confused. Agar m greater than n hai, so that becomes a to the power of m minus n. And if n is greater than m, that becomes 1 upon a to the power of m minus n. So why are you saying it? Because यहाँ पे हम आंसर नेगेटिव आ रहा है तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली रेसिप्रोकल हो जाता है, 1 अपॉन में आ जाता है, राइट. सो दिस इज वाई दे आर ट्राइंग टू फॉर्म इन 2 टाइप्स ऑफ क्वेश्चन. बट आप एक तरीके का एक ही फॉर्मूला लर्न करोगे देन ऑल्सो इट्स फाइन. द अदर वे यू कैन पुट इट द अदर वे अराउंड. उसके बाद आप नेक्स्ट स्टेप में भी कर सकते हो. सो दिस इज हाउ यू डोंट नीड टू लर्न ऑल ऑफ देम. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज अ ट्रिक दैट यू कैन डू बाय नॉट लर्निंग ऑल ऑफ देम बट यूजिंग इट डायरेक्टली. Alright, so this was the quotient law that we have discussed. And this is how we need to do the things. कि अब वो formula याद करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Just learn one of the formula and the next one becomes absolutely easy for you. जिसके अंदर आपको n minus m है, so simple के अंदर m minus n करके negative sign कर सकते हो. Alright, is that easy? So आपको simple देखना है, जोन सा बड़ा है उसको आप ऊपर लिख दो या फिर उसको 1 upon में करके लिख दो. Then also that makes the same thing. Okay, moving ahead, what do we have the next one for us? So if we are talking about a question that says 5 to the power of 3 upon 5 to the power of 2, that becomes 5 to the power of 3 minus 2, that is 5 to the power of 1, that gives me the answer as 5. Now let's take the question जो हमने अभी वाला लिया था जिसके अंदर next question है 5 to the power of 2 upon 5 to the power of 3, that gives me 5 to the power of 2 minus 3. दैट गिव्स मी 5 टू द पावर ऑफ -1, दैट मीन्स मी 1/5. और यही चीज़ इस फॉर्मूले से डायरेक्ट आ जाएगी व्हेन यू से 1/5 3 - 2, दैट गिव्स यू 1/5. सो एंड ऑफ द डे आपका रिजल्ट तो सेम ही है. देयर इज नो डिफरेंस. हाय आयुष, वेलकम टू द क्लास. सो देयर इज नो डिफरेंस एट ऑल, बट द थिंग्स आर सेम. सो आप सिंपल एक फॉर्मूले से भी डायरेक्टली कर सकते हो. यू डोंट नीड टू लर्न द नेक्स्ट फॉर्मूला. डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज इन द एग्जाम्स. ऑलराइट, कि कौन सा लगाना है. Moving ahead to the third law that we are talking about power law. Power का मतलब क्या है? कोई चीज़ किसी के power है. When a power of a number is raised to another power, we multiply the indices. That is the question. जैसे कि अगर a to the power of m to the whole power of n, that gives me a to the power of n. इन दोनों को multiply कर देंगे, then we get the answer. Like 2 to the power of 2 whole 3, that gives me 2 to the power of 2 times 3, that is 2 to the power of 6. सिंपल क्या करना है, उसी चीज़ों को ऊपर इंडिसेस को मल्टीप्लाई करना, क्योंकि वो उसकी ही पावर है. ऑलराइट, सो दिस इज हाउ दैट हेल्प्स यू टू फाइंड आउट द आंसर ऑफ द पावर लॉ. नाउ if the bases are different, then we can take the power common. When the powers bases are same, we multiply the powers. Remember that दोनों में difference है. Here the base के ऊपर power के ऊपर power है. So in that case we have multiplied the number itself, multiply the power itself, right? But now in this question the bases are different. They are not same. A अलग है, B अलग है. So giving you example like 2 to the power of 2 times 5 to the power of 2. Now 2 is another base, 5 is another base. So इन दोनों को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? 2 times 5 to the whole power of 2. That gives you 10 to the power of 2. That gives you 100. So ऐसे हम इसको कर सकते हैं keeping the whole power common, और अंदर bases को we can multiply. जब हमारा सिंपल है जैसे 5 to the power of 2 to the power of 3, so उसके अंदर 5 to the power of 2 times 3, that gives you 5 to the power of 6. तो एक तो ये वाला ऑप्शन है. Other option is when you have the bases are different but the powers are same, then you can put the bases together and power as a common. So I hope now you are clear with all the laws. We have done the product law, we have done the quotient law, and now we have done the power law as well. So now a power law जो हमारा अभी तक इसमें हो रहा था प्रोडक्ट में, जब the numbers were multiplied. Now अभी power law जब number divide हो रहा है, when the bases are different, like 2 to the power of 3 upon 5 to the power of 3, तो means दोनों का same है. So 2/5 to the whole power of 3 also we can write. So we divide the powers with the same exponents with different bases. जब bases same है, powers हमारी exponent same है, bases different है, तब भी हम power बाहर लेके जा सकते हैं, same as we did for product. जब हमारा प्रोडक्ट में हमारे bases different थे, we could write it inside, multiply and write the power as a common. वैसी division में we can write the power as a common. Simple thing है, right? Okay, so that's what we have learned. There are some other laws that we have to learn. There is a zero. किसी की power 0, कोई चीज़ 0 है तो उसकी power 0, तो क्या उसका आंसर होता है 1. And this one when I say कोई भी चीज़ a to the power like 1/2, that means इसका जो 2 है वो square root हो गया और a की power 1 inside आ जाएगी. Alright, so remember when I say everything which is divided that becomes the square root or cube root or 4 times root or 5th root. Okay, और जो ऊपर होता है that becomes the power. Now how do that become it? Let's understand the thing behind it. So let me explain you that as well. अगर हम a to the power of x by y लिख रहे हैं, तो अब यहाँ पर क्या है, is it equals to a to the power of x into 1 by y. और ये मल्टीप्लाई कब होता है? पावर्स मल्टीप्लाई कब होती है? जब उसके ऊपर पावर्स होती है, राइट? सो दैट गिव्स यू a to the power of x to the whole power of 1 by y. अब 1 by y का मतलब क्या है? रूट ऑफ y. किसका? a to the power x. दिस इज हाउ यू गेट द वैल्यू. ऑलराइट, सो इसी तरीके से आपको अगर किसी क्वेश्चन में प्रॉब्लम आती है, यू कैन ब्रेक द क्वेश्चन एंड देन मेक द आंसर एज वेल. तो आपको हर चीज़ के फॉर्मूलाज और लर्न करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड द कंसेप्ट कि ये आ कैसे रहा है. ऑलराइट, okay then, moving ahead. Now remember that a to the power of 0 is 1. That is really very important. Now moving on, let's calculate this. Everyone who's present right now, this is a question who all know it. जिनको पता है वो जल्दी से solve करके बताओ, जिनको नहीं पता let's solve it together. So 27 to the power of -1/3. तो इसको हम कैसे solve करेंगे? 27 27 को हम किस पावर में लिख सकते हैं? 3 के टर्म्स में लिख सकते हैं. दैट 27 इज इक्वल्स टू 3 to the power of 3. That gives me 3 to the power of 3 times negative 1 by 3, right? And 3 gets cancelled. That gives me 3 to the power of negative of 1. Or 3 to power negative of 1 becomes 1 by 3. This is what you get the answer. Let's see that. Kaise? See, 27 can be written as 3 to the power of 3. So I wrote 3 to the power of 3 whole to the power of negative 1 by 3. Right? अब power law लगाएंगे. By using power law, what do I get? I get 3 to the power of 3 multiplied by negative 1 by 3. And in the bracket, you will write using power law. Now this and this gets cancelled. That gives me 3 to the power of negative 1. That gives me 1 by 3 as the value. Alright, so I hope it's clear now. Okay, great. So moving ahead to the next question, let's see how many of you are able to calculate and let me know the answer. So अब देखते हैं किस कौन से calculate कर सकते हैं. जिन्होंने नहीं calculate कर पा रहे, don't worry, we'll do it right now. So first of all, let's solve a number differently. इस पूरे ब्रैकेट को आप डायरेक्टली सॉल्व कर सकते हो, देन दैट्स ग्रेट, बट लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू ईच एंड एवरीथिंग कि किसकी क्या वैल्यू आ रही है इंडिविजुअली. सो 9 to the power of 3 by 2, दैट गिव्स मी 9 को हम कैसे लिख सकते हैं? 3 to the power of 2 to whole power 3 by 2. That stands for 3 to the power of 2 times 3 by 2 by using power law. So that gives me 3 to the power of 3. And what is 3 to the power of 3? What do I get? 3 to the power of 3? 27, right? So this becomes my first value. Moving on to the next one, I have 5 to the power of 0. किसी की power 0 तो उसकी value क्या हो जाती है? 1, isn't it? Hi, welcome to the class. Now, moving ahead to the next one, I have 1 upon में 81 to the power of negative 1 by 2. So, 81 को मैं कैसे लिख सकती हूँ? 9 to the power of 2, right? 1 upon 9 to the power of 2 whole upon negative 1 by 2. This is how I can write it. Okay, you got answer 27. Well, that's a little close, but not the right answer. Just try it once again. So that gives me 9 to the power of negative 2 times negative 1 by 2. That gives me 9 to the power of negative 2 times negative 1 by 2. This and this gets cancelled. Negative becomes positive. That gives me the answer as 9. Alright. Now let's substitute these values in the question that is provided to us. अभी हमने individually सारी values निकाल ली. I hope you've understood this. Now इस word की, इस number की क्या value निकली थी? 27. So let's put that 27 negative of 3 times of the value of 1. Negative of, जब हमने पूरे की value निकाली थी, what do I get? Negative of 9. And this becomes my whole bracket. Right? So what do I get? 27 minus 3 minus 9. Isn't it? So what is the right answer? 27 minus 12. And what to get the answer as? The right answer is 15. Alright? So 15 is the right answer that you will get. Just understand कैसे करा है. हमने इसके अंदर जो value निकाली है, हमने 9 को पहले 3 की power में लिख दिया. And then I wrote 3 by 2. Now 2 and 2 got cancelled. So I'm left with 3 to the power of 3. That gives me 27. That's the right answer for the first part. Second key, 5 to the power of 0 is equals to 1. And this is the second thing. क्योंकि किसी की power 0, so we'll use by 0 exponent law. Alright. Now we are using here what we are using the power law. जब चीजें power में हैं तो उसको multiply करेंगे, then subtracting, the answer is 15. That's the right answer. Very good, kids. Moving ahead to the next question. Let's see how many of you can solve this and what would be the right answer for this question. Let's see that. Alright, so everyone who's present right now, can you tell me the right answer? Similarly, we'll write 27 as 4 by 3. That gives me 3 to the power of 3 times 4 by 3. 3 to the power of 3 times 4 by 3. 3 and 3 gets cancelled by using law. I get 3 to the power of 4, isn't it? Alright, so moving ahead to the next one, I have 32 to the power of 0.8. So don't get confused in this. That becomes 32 to the power of 8 by 10. Alright, now how can I write 32 in terms of 2? Can I write it? So I can write in terms of 2 that, or I can write in terms of whichever number I want. I can write its power and then this will get cancelled. Similarly, for 0.8 to the power of negative 1, that gives me 8 by 10 to the power of negative 1. तो इसका क्या हो जाएगा 10 by 8 एज द आंसर, क्योंकि उसका ऑपोजिट होना है, जो अप है वो नीचे हो जाएगा, जो नीचे है वो ऊपर चला जाएगा. इजंट इट? नाउ कैन यू ऐड एंड गिव मी द आंसर? All right, so let's solve it. We have already done it. Let's see, what do I get? So I can say that this becomes 3 to the power of 4. This is 2 to the power of 5. This gives me cancelling by 2. This gives me 4. So 2 to the power of 4, and this gives me the reciprocal. So I know what's the value of 3 to the power of 4 is. That is 81. 2 to the power of 4 is 16, and 10 by 8 is 1.5. So simply add these value and you get the answer as 98.25. All right, so I hope now this question is easy for you. Simple है, कभी भी decimals में problem आती है, don't worry कि आपको कैसे करना है. 0.8 है, just write it by 8 by 10, and now you can solve it for the 5 and 4. So you write it 4 by 5. So this is how you can write it, and in terms of that you can solve the expressions by using different laws that we have started. All right, so here you go. I have a question for you all to solve it right away. How will you do it? Let me know the answer. So 27 to the power of negative minus 1 by 3. So what does that mean? 3 to the power of 3 of negative 1 by 3. So that means 3 to the power of 3 times negative 1 by 3. This and this gets cancelled. That means 3 to the power of negative 1. That gives me 1 by 3. Alright, so moving ahead, in the next question, I have 27 to the power of 1 by 3. That gives me 3 to the power of 3 times 1 by 3. That gives me 3 to the power of 3 times 1 by 3, using again the power law. 3 and 3 gets cancelled. 3 to the power of 1, that gives me 3. Alright, so next step gets with me 27 to the power of 2 by 3. That gives me 3 to the power of 3 times 2 by 3. Now using the same power law, 3 times 3, 2 times 3, 3 and 3 gets cancelled. I got 3 to the power of 2, that is 3 times 3, that gives me answer 9. Alright, so now I have got the 3 values. Let's substitute those values and get the answer. So let me make some place so that we can erase it. Alright, so this one value was 1 by 3. So we'll remember that and place the value. Now let's do this. So now I was 1 by 3 times 3 minus of 9, right? So 1 by 3 bracket, we'll get negative of 6. So it gives me 1 by 3 times negative of 6, isn't it? And it gives me the answer as negative of 2. So the right answer for this question is negative 2. Alright, so I hope now it's easy, simple hai, but now when you're solving it, I am trying to do and tell you individually. But when you would be solving, you would be writing it in a straight line. आप ये separate steps करके भी उसके अंदर substitute करना चाहते हो, then you can say, okay, substituting the value in equation 1 from equation 2, 3 and 4 respectively, and then substituting the values. Alright, and then you can write it by using this equal to, that what you have to calculate. Alright, so moving ahead to the next. Before that, let me tell you what is Unacademy. So all the children who are present here, so Unacademy subscription is absolutely free for you children. We are coming live from the comfort of your house. You would be able to have a great number of good teachers which will be clearing your doubts regularly, answering your questions, whatever the sessions you have. So after every 3 sessions that we have, the 4th session is a doubt session where you can come and ask questions from us. We would be here guiding you, teaching you and solving all your doubts. They're also providing you study material that is PDF in a form of draft, where you can go and find out all the go-to notes before the school exam. Before term 2, you have some of the things that you can go to it and find out by just finding it easy for us, isn't it? So it's a study material with the PDF format, जिसके ना आपको simply scroll करना है exam से पहले. You don't need to make any notes, so everything would be provided to you Lot of practice sets would be done. There would be live tests as well, and there are batch courses. So they are made in different batches where you can study with your group of students and practice all the things. There are weekly mock tests, also there are live quizzes, daily MCQs, test series are also present where you can do daily practice sessions. Everything is there. A lot of things are there where you can weekly mock test, where you can practice and prepare yourself for term 2. And what you have to do, if you need to get a benefit of attending this class, that is, you'll get 10% discount when you use the coupon code that's called Unacademy. Just enter the code Unacademy and you will get 10% discount. Yes, that's true. By attending the Unacademy, you will get 10% discount, which you can use it further and you can solve and apply yourself and be connected. So by this, you can use a subscription for different months, whichever plan you want to choose. Why am I saying to choose 48? Because there is a bonus program going on for our YouTube kids. And what that program is that when you are buying the subscription for grade 9, if you buy a subscription for grade 9, you get the subscription for 10th, 11th, 12th absolutely free. So you can take a bigger month. So by just making a subscription for one class, 1 year of 9th, you get 10th, 11th, 12th subscription free. So you can start, and these batches are being taught in 2 languages, in English as well as Hindi. So agar aapko English mein comfortable hai, you can use that. If you're comfortable in Hindi, then you can use that batch. So we are delivering it in both the language, English and Hindi. So for Hindi, we have particular teachers. For English, we have another set of teachers which will be only teaching in English. Right now, YouTube पे I'm choosing bilingual. मैं English, Hindi दोनों कर रही हूँ तो because I had lot of demands कि आपने बोला था कि मैम हिंदी में भी कराओ so that it's easy for us to understand. So we are doing that, but there we are particularly particular on the language. If you are saying Hindi, then it's complete Hindi. If you're saying English, then it's complete English. But remember the offer that's going on for you guys, that if you subscribe for class 9, you get the ICIC ISC of 11th and 12th absolutely free. So there is no charges later on. So that is a very good opportunity for you all to connect with your teachers and learn them for the term 2, because it's just about to start. You need to learn. Same goes for class 10th. We have 2 batches. One is in Hindi, one is in English. Then if there is a offer for you as well, that if you use ICSE class 10th, your 11th and 12th subscription becomes absolutely free. Yes, just using ICSE class 10th, if you're doing it, you're getting 11th and 12th subscription free, so that you can use and learn in the further years with Unacademy without paying for the subscription price. Alright, so this goes for same for math and 10th. We have in Hindi as well as English. You can choose any one language to connect and learn with us and revise all the things in term 2. In 11th, we have the offer that if you are learning for 11th subscription, the 12th subscription becomes absolutely free. And this batch is delivered in English so that you can connect with them and learn the things. Same goes for 12th, we are delivering the batch in 12th in English. You can learn with them. And now, not only that, you need to subscribe and enroll yourself in Plus courses, but Unacademy also offers free special classes for all the kids. Yes, you just need to download the Unacademy application and you can connect with us there live. So there are lifetime interaction with chats and emojis. You can chat with us, emojis, you can send it. Here are leaderboards as well. तो यहाँ पे quizzes का मज़ा आता है कि आपको ये पता चल जाता है कि कौन पहले कौन बाद में दे रहा है. But there is no leaderboard. But in the application when you are participating, so you get to know the time in which you are participating as well. कि आप कितने seconds में participate कर रहे हो, कितना ज़्यादा कर रहे हो, कितनी जल्दी आप अपने friends को beat कर पाए हो. So that is also possible. Hi Chaitna, welcome to the class. Alright, so the polls are also available. There are leaderboards. You can participate and learn there. So you can download the application and do the free special classes there as well. And you need to attach an image as well. So if you want, यहाँ पर आपको question को पूरा type करना पड़ता है, but in the application you can just take a screenshot, attach the image and upload it. The teacher can read the question and give you the answers there itself, and it becomes really very easy to interact, to talk to each other, ask questions from question tabs and leaderboards and everything. So that is a great opportunity to connect with your teachers. Once again, again at different timings at the Unacademy app. All right, so how to download the application? It's very easy. Just you need to go to the Unacademy learner application पे जाना है, install करना है, then you have to click on get started, enter the mobile number, then continue, then enter all the details that's required, that full name, address, and your state where you are living in, and that's it. It's ज़्यादा detail नहीं मांगेंगे. All right, then you can do the class in which you want to enroll. Right now it's 6 to 12. Then you will have then options in which you can choose. So I hope you will choose ICSE class 9th, because that's what you're enrolling, or 10th or 11th ISC, or 12th. You can click on that. Then they have preferable languages in which you can choose. You can choose English, Hindi, or English. English stands for mixing, what we are doing right now in English and Hindi as well. Or English is particular English, Hindi is particular English. You can click on next, and here you go, you have started. So there would be a lot of descriptions of special classes. You can go and connect, and you can click on notify me. So there is a button that says notify me, which is really very important. That gives you 10 minutes before the class is beginning. You get the notification, and you can unlock all of these special classes with my class ID or the coupon code that says Unacademy. Just enter that, and that's enough. You would be able to connect with us with the special classes free of cost. All right, so here you go. We are starting back with the quizzes now, and let's see who are active. बच्चे answer गलत भी दो, that does not make a difference, but please participate, and whatever time we are spending right now, solve the questions, and let's see, are you able to do it or not? All right, that's really important. If you guys are not able to do it, then we will understand कि कैसे करना है. All right, so here you go. It's given that 176 is equals to 2 to the power of p, 3 to the power of q, and 7 to the power of. You need to find out the values of PQR. PQR की value कैसे निकालेंगे? What does that mean? See, 2 to the power of P, 3 to the power of Q, 7 to the power of R. That means 2 into 3 into 7 की कुछ भी powers में multiply हो रहा है. And that is given to me, that equals to 1176. तो 1176 को हम क्या करते हैं, उनका हम फैक्टराइजेशन करते हैं. राइट, लेट्स फैक्टराइज एंड फाइंड आउट. उसको डिवाइड करते हैं 2 से 3 से, उसके एलसीएम की फॉर्म में निकाल कर, एंड देन वील सी कि कितने 2 की पावर आते हैं, कितने 3 की पावर्स में आते हैं, कितने 7 की पावर्स में आते हैं, एंड हाउ वी विल गेट द आंसर. Alright, so when we are dividing, I get that 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 7 gives me 1176. मतलब 2 की कितनी पावर आ रही है हमारे पास, 2 कितने टाइम्स आ रहे हैं, 3 टाइम्स. That gives me 2 to the power of 3 into 3 to the power of 1 into 7 कितनी टाइम्स आ रहे हैं, 2 times, 7 to the power of 2, which is equals to, that is already told me, 2 to the power of p into 3 to the power of q into 7 to the power of r, which implies p is equals to 3, q is equals to 1, and r is equals to 2. So this is how you will get the answer. So I hope this question was easy for everyone. So it's just that you need to find out the factors of this number, and you would be able to get the answer. Now equating the left hand side equal to right hand side, you know the values. The p's value is 3, q's value is 1, and r's value is 2. Alright, Cheshna? Moving ahead, let's see how already children are there right now. Are you able to solve this question and give me the value? Now it's saying find out the fractional value, not in decimals, fractional value of this question. पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में हमसे सिर्फ पी क्यू आर की वैल्यूज पूछी थी, बट नाउ व्हाट दे आर सेइंग दैट यू गिव मी द आंसर, द फैक्ट वैल्यू ऑफ इट. सो हमारे पास अभी वैल्यू क्या आई थी, पी की वैल्यू वाज 3, राइट, q was 1, r was 2. So p's value is 3, q value is 1, and r value was 2. Let me check that. That's right. Now let's substitute that. They are saying to find out the value p to the power of p, q to the power, and 7 to the power of negative of r. Very good, Cheshna. That's the right answer. So 2 to the power of 3 times 3 to the power of 1 times 7 to the power of negative of 2. So let's solve this. That gives me 2 to the power of 3 into 1 upon 7 to the power of 2. So what is 2 to the power of 3? Yes, guys, what is 2 to the power of 3? So 2 times 2 is 4 into 2 times 2 is 8. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. 8 times 3 times 1 by 49. So what is 8 times 3? That gives me 24 upon 49. So this is your right answer. Alright, so the right answer is 24 by 49. Very good, kids. So that's easy, just substituting their values, and then you need to solve this expression. This is being multiplied. When this is upon the power of negative, that becomes in the fractional. We need to bring it at the bottom, and the rest of the things are simple. Just find out the exponents, open it, and you'll get the answer. Alright, so moving ahead to the next question, let's see how many of you can simplify this and know the answer. Let's see how many of you can do this. Now it says a to the power of 3 to the power of a plus 2 minus 3 to the power of a plus 1 upon 4 times 3 to the power of a minus 3 to the power of a. So if I can see what is happening, 3 to the power a is coming in both numerator and denominator. Very good, Teshna, that's the right answer. So now what we need to do is, we need to find out, can I write the top as 3 to the power of a times 3 to the power of 2? Why? When the bases are same, we add the powers, right? That's what we do it. When we multiply and the bases are same, we add the power. That means these are multiplied. Minus, we'll put it 3 to the power of a times 3 upon 4 times 3 to the power of a minus 3 to the power of a. So what is happening now? 3 to the power of a is getting common. So what is left inside? 3 to the power of 2 minus 3 upon what is happening at the bottom? 3 to the power of a can be taken out, which is 4 minus of 1, isn't it? Now what will I do? When I know that numerator and denominator have the same thing, then we can cancel that out. That's what we are doing. So I'm left with 3 to the power of 2. That gives me 9 minus 3 upon 3. So what is 9 minus 3? That is 6 by 3. And what will be the answer? 2. So the right answer for this question is, value for this is 2. Remember, what am I using here? You have to mention it. ये important है. Using a to the power of m plus n is equals to a to the power of n times a to the power of n. You are using this law. You need to mention it. Very good, Cheshna. Great work. Now you would write taking common, taking 3 to the power of a common from numerator and denominator. Alright, this is important, that what step are you trying to do, what is happening. This, if you give this, there is no chances for the examiner to cut marks for you, because you are mentioning each and everything. He can understand what you are doing next step, or uske har step ke har statements gives additional benefit that you know the law, you are not cheating, you are not doing guesswork, you know each and everything, you are confident, and you can fetch good marks to it. Alright, moving on to the next one. Let's simplify this question. Let's see how many of you can simplify and give me the answer. So here you go. You have a question that says a to the power of m upon a to the power of n whole to the power of m plus n into a to the power of n upon a to the power of l whole power n plus l into a to the power of l upon a to the power of m whole power l plus m. So let's see how do we solve this question. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम सिंपल सी बात करते हैं. अगर a टू द पावर ऑफ m अपॉन a टू द पावर ऑफ n है, तो अभी यहाँ पे हमने कोशेंट लॉ जब पढ़ा था, जब बेसिस सेम है तो हम पावर को क्या कर देते हैं, सब्ट्रैक्ट, राइट? दैट्स व्हाट वी डू इट. सो वी विल बी यूजिंग द सेम थिंग. सो इसके अंदर व्हाट विल आई डू, आई विल से a टू द पावर ऑफ m माइनस n इंटू m प्लस n multiplied by a to the power of n minus l to the whole of n plus l into a to the power of l minus m into l plus m. Isn't it? Right? Now, when we are doing this, it's a power law. So what have I used? I have used quotient law here. Now, what I'll be using? I'll using power law. That gives me a to the power of m minus n into m plus n, a to the power of n plus minus n into n plus l, a to the power of l minus m into l plus m, and this is by using power law. So you need to mention what law you are using. That's important. All right. So using, that's what I'm writing in the bracket, that we are using these particular law. Now, what do I know? I know a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. Right? So we will be using that expansion that we have identified, that we have learned. That gives me a to the power of m square minus n square into a to the power of n square minus l square into a to the power of l square minus n square. All right, so this is what we get, a to the power, and now I will be mentioning using the identity a plus b into a minus b is equals to a square minus b square. All right, so we are using this identity that says a plus b into a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. अब क्या करेंगे? Now also you can see the bases are same and they are getting multiplied. So what can I do? I can apply the product law and add them, right? So what will I say? That a to the power of m square minus n square plus n square minus l square plus l square minus m square by using product law. All right, now what happened when we have used the product law? अब क्या होगा? Let's see what is happening. We are able to cancel n square कट गया, l square m square. So what I am left, I left a to the power of 0, and anything to the raised to the power of 0 gives us the answer. What is the answer then? That gives us the value of 1. So the right answer for this question is 1. Alright, so I hope now you all are clear कि हमने इसके क्या, इसमें हमने सारे laws use करे हैं. So remember, these types of questions are very favorite for all the teachers, क्योंकि उसमें एक question से आपके वो सारे laws, आपका पूरा concept check कर सकते हैं that you know it or not. और similarly identity जो आपने पहले learn करी थी, जो पहले chapter में करा है, do you remember that? Do you carry on with the next chapter or not? Algebra पूरा इकट्ठे है तो कहीं भी लग सकता है. तो remember that, remember algebra total. तो आप ये नहीं कि इस chapter का है तो ये नहीं लगेगा, it can be used anywhere, so remember to use it. All right, so the right answer is 1. Perfect, great. All right, so we have some extra questions for us. We are left with some of the time. Let's see how many of you can solve it. So these are the questions that you need to solve quickly. Let's see how many of you can give me the right answer. So this stands for 3 to the power of 3 times 243 to the power of negative 2 by 3 times 9 to the power of negative 1 by 3. So let's see what does this mean. It comes 3 to the power of 3. अब ये negative है तो ये मतलब क्या है, denominator में चला जाएगा. 243 to the power of 2 by 3 times 1 to the power of 9 1 by 3, isn't it? Alright, so let's see what is the next answer. I get this value as 27 times 1 upon में इसको हम किस terms में लिख सकते हैं जिसकी value पे 2 by 3 है. So something which is related, how can I write this? You need to factorize it. You need to find out how do you write this answer in terms of a number. And if I take about 1 by 9, that gives me 3 to the power of 2, right? 3 times 2 is 9 upon 1 by 3. So that gives me 3, 2 by 3. So that's 2 times 3 and 9. So now whatever the value you will get. So everyone, can you tell me how will you factorize 2, 4, 3? Will it be with 7? No? Alright, then how will it be? Alright, so let's see how many of you can do it right now which are present right here. How can you solve this question? So this becomes 2 by 3. So I know 2 by 3, or I can write it as in a form of 2 by 3 and then find out the answer and find the cube root of it. Similarly, write this, we would be able to do, or another way of doing this question is to find all the terms in terms of 3 and then becomes a total of 3. You add the powers and you subtract. So you can use whichever method you find is comfortable for you. Alright, so now when I'm trying to do it, I will understand that which things becomes easy for me. So for that, first of all, 243 का आपको factors निकालने पड़ेंगे. Alright, so moment you will find out the factors, you will get to know कि आपके लिए कैसे चीज़ें हैं. Is it coming the base same and then you are adding the powers? because the bases are same, the powers can be added and then you solve it, and what is left in the end. All right, so the right answer for this question is 1 by 3. That's the right answer. You can solve it further and get the answer. All right, so that's moving ahead to the next question. Let us see how do we solve it. So we have done this type of question right now in the class. Let's see how many of you can do it. So it says that 2 to the power of A times 3 to the power of B times 5 to the power of C is equals to 2160. Now, I need to find out the value of A, B and C. So first of all, 2160 को क्या करेंगे हम? Factorize कर लेंगे, उसके factors निकालेंगे. So let's do it by 2. फिर जो answer आएगा उसको then we'll see we can do it by 3 आएगा, then it will be 5. So you can use anything that's coming up. All right. Now that says find the value of this question. So after finding out the numbers, you need to substitute that here. Okay, so when you will substitute it, then you will get the answer. So let me see how many of you are able to get the answer of A, B and C. I'm giving you at least 2-3 minutes. Let's see how many of you can do it. Quickly solve it and give me the answer. So what is the value of A, B and C? Let's see how many of you can do it. Great work, Chetna. You are doing a great job today, actively participating and giving all the right answers. That means you have understood. Just do this question. The ones who are not who are present and not responding, please guys start pick up the homework and do the work simultaneously, that the things are sorted. All right. So let's see how do you do this. So let's divide it. I get 1080. Isn't it? Now, can I do it by 2 again? Of course, yes, because the ending number is 0. It's an even number. I can do it 540. What else? I can do it with 2 again. 270. I can do it with 2 again. I'm left with 1, 3, 5. Isn't it? Now I know I get the value of A as I cannot go further. So A's value becomes automatically 4. Now, if I have 135, I can do it directly with 5 or I can do it directly with 3. Whichever thing I feel is comfortable. Let me do it with 5 first. Alright. So, I get a 2 and 7. So, I know 27 is 3 times 3. So, automatically B would be 3 and C would be 1. There is only 1, 5. Isn't it? So, now I've got these values. Let me substitute it. So, I will say this question as, let me write it the way you have to write in your school exam. So you will say 2 to the power of A in, first of all, you not like this, you'll say 2160 is equals to 2 to the power of 4 into 3 to the power of 3 into 5 to the power of 1, that you have used by these factors. These are its factors. Now left hand equating both the left hand side and right hand side. So if LHS is equals to RHS, that gives me A 2 to the power of A times 3 to the power of B times 5 to the power of C is equals to 2 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 1. Now, equating both the sides gives me a value of this, which I have already substituted. So, A is equals to 4, B is equals to 3 and 5 is equals to 1. C is equals to 1. Alright. Now, I've got these values. Now, I'll say finding out this is what ABC value is. And now what the next question is to find out the value. So, what is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16 into 27 into, and I'm so sorry, it was negative. It was negative of B and negative of C. This is the value that you need to calculate. But I've now found out the values. And now you need to substitute it in the form of negative, right? So you will say, now finding out the value of 3 to the power of negative B into 5 to the power of negative C. That gives me 2 to the power of 4 times 3 to the power of negative 3 times 5 to the power of negative 1. Isn't it? Alright, very good, Cheshna. That's the right answer. Let us know the direct answer. So 2 to the power of 4 upon 3 to the power of 3 times 5 to the power of 1. So what is 2 to the power of 4? So that is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Right? Upon 27 times 5. So I know you can simply solve it and you know the answer now. So this is how you would be able to find out the answer. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's sessions and now you are able to solve some of the questions and you know how to solve the powers, isn't it? All right, so that's it for the guys. It was great having you here. So now remember to download the Unapplication app from the Google Play and Play Store. We are available on both the mobiles, on the Android as well as Apple Store. You can simply download the Learner application and try all the free features by using this coupon code that is Unacademy. Right? Of course, Chetna, you were so active, so I have to write your name, so there is no doubt about it. So remember to use the Unacademy application, then only you will be able to use and connect with the teachers on the special classes, which are free of course, and in the Plus subscription, you can use this Unacademy course as well and get 10% discount for the subscription. Along with 10% subscription, the next classes subscriptions are also free for you. Remember that, all right? So there is no subscription free for 11th, 12th. Alright, so remember that with Unacademy, let's crack it together, let's study together, and let's make our term 2 results super duper hits so that you get good score, isn't it? Alright, so today who was really very active and was giving actually all the right answers is Chetna. I'm so happy to see my regular students coming back to the platform and watching it. So it gives a great encouragement that you all are understanding and you are connected with me and you really want me to come up with new chapters so that you all can revise. So I hope this will help you in learning your term 2 exams and you are able to solve a lot of things. All right, guys, thank you so much for being with us, connected with us on Unacademy. Remember to subscribe to the channel and press on the bell icon so that you know what are the different teachers which are coming, at what time they are coming. You can be free and revise the term 2 with us. Let's crack it together. Let's crack the term 2 result together. Thank you so much for being connected. See you guys in the next time. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.